What do you think are some of or what are the biggest challenges for an independent producer these days?
Well, the independent producer in the world right now of streaming is basically the world of TV, right? So we need to look at what TV was or is, and the way that content has been made in television. And it's really squeezed out what we like to call the entrepreneur producer, right? So the entrepreneur producer is the producer that find a writer or an article, get a writer, pay a few thousand to get a script written, then find a director, find a little money, kind of put the whole thing together and then make the film, then go to a festival, get an agent to help him sell it, and then get a $1 million deal from whatever. And in the process, do a lot of work, but maybe double their money or more, right? If you have a breakup. Um, the life of that person is kind of done. That's how I made most of the movies when you look at my resume. And right now, it just doesn't make any sense. And the reason is because you do have a few buyers you can sell to, and it's gotten better in the past 2 years. But we still talk about a handful of buyers, right? So we all know who they are. It's the Netflix, the Hulu, the HBO. It used to be when I started the business that you sold internationally every country, right? So it wasn't a matter of which territory were sold, it's a matter of price, right? So we sold Portugal, we sold, believe it or not, we had deals in Iceland, we had deals in Spain, we had deals in really everywhere in the map, right? So you can make a film and then just sell them piece by piece. And every territory had maybe 5 to 10 big buyers, right? Those are the ones that would buy the big independent movies or maybe have some output deals with the studio. Then you would have maybe 20 of mid-size home video, DVD kind of buyers. Then you'll have 20 or 30 bottom feeders that just gonna buy crap, right? But you have that in every territory, right? Now Netflix buys the world or zero, right? You have nothing, right? So if you really took the risk and spent 2 3 years of your life and somehow got together $5 million and your movie doesn't get into Sundance, doesn't get into South by, doesn't has the right cast, doesn't get that Netflix sale, doesn't get that Shutter sale, you can end up with nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's not a sliding scale. It's a zero sum game, right? Netflix, you've recouped. Not Netflix, you bankrupt, right? So the job of the entrepreneur producer is kind of done.
Mm.
With that said, there's a lot more content being created, right? So the job of the line producer, production manager, or physical producer, whatever you want to call it, the person that basically take the script, take the money, break it down, hire the head of departments and all of that, and using somebody else's money. There's more jobs like that than ever, right? But those jobs are jobs, right? So you make a producer fee, right? Maybe you get some points, but there is really no points because the movie just goes on streaming. I have a friend who's a physical producer, he has a big production company with trucks and all that. There, he cannot even get on the phone. Like he's, between he shoots stuff for Netflix, for ABC Family, for he just constantly working, and it's pretty incredible. He has a few Emmys, a few Golden Globes, but he doesn't make his own projects. He always looks at me and he's like, "Oh, I want to do what you do. You just come up with something." It's like, dude, like I rather work for Disney like you do, right? But those people have a lot of jobs, so it's just there's always kind of a trade-off of there is winners and losers in every, I guess, innovation or change in the business model. But in the business model where Netflix, like a TV station, and sorry to go back to Netflix, just they
Yeah.
probably spend the most amount on content at the moment, and hire the most people. But in a world that they basically give you a fee to make the movie, it becomes a job, right? And we work in creative business that people don't. Most people, I want to believe, didn't leave wherever they were and came to Hollywood to risk everything just to get a paycheck. But also,
Yeah.
when you get to a certain age, you have a house, you have rent, you have kids. Um, there is something nice about having the stability, right? And I think that what we see with shift of power with the unions lately, and those negotiations, all of that kind of stem from that place that more and more people in this industry treat it like a regular industry, right? Like a car industry, that people get paid for their work and their work for hire.